And I first started talking about my near-death experience a couple of years ago publicly, and it was with the Santa Barbara IANDS and Barbara Bartolome. I came out of the closet. Actually, Barbara kind of dragged me out of the closet, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because she put me, after I did my talk there, she put me on the road to all the groups that she mentors in the West. And every time I went somewhere, I told them the same thing. I said, this is going to get weird. And today it might get ridiculous. But some of the things I talk about are experiences that happened to me. And as I was going through this, I'd be at an IANDS meeting and I would stick something that happened into the program. And oh my gosh, it was free therapy. The people around there would just surround me afterwards and say, okay, well, this is what's happening and you should read this. And I never would have got, I don't think I ever would have got to where I am now with the comfortableness of the difference in how the world really is if it wasn't for IANDS. So it's near and dear to me. Okay, so we'll get started here. Everything's energy, frequency, and vibration. Mystics and science agree. The atom is just a spinning ball of energy, and then it gets tighter energy as you get into the center, the proton, the neutron. It's just more energy, it's just spinning faster. And this is all spun up into this like simulation, this hologram that we are in, this life that we were in. Because we're really these infinite expanded beings, and we render ourselves down into these human forms, and we have wonderful adventures here on this earth, in this realm. And we're saddled with two battling cognitive minds, the left brain that's geared to fear and the right brain which is geared to home, which is love. So we're having material world experiences, and all of it is based in our emotions, our intentions, our relationships, our thoughts. And our thoughts are energy. They have a vibration, they have a frequency. High frequency thoughts and emotions are like from our home, and low frequency things based in fear are from this place that we're having this event, this life in. And fear will hold you here. This is Marley's ghost from A Christmas Story, and all he talks about the shame, the guilt that he didn't lead a better life, and he's held here in the earth. And the thing that I've noticed is that you know, we all worry about the media and the news is fake and all this stuff, but what's coming through in those screens, the truth about what we are, and it's an amazing truth, it's there if you know what you're looking at, and most of us don't. So I'll have lots of screens, and it's kind of fun. So the big thing with fear is death, and there is no death. Every near-death experiencer knows that. We're all going to make it into the non-physical. It's a very safe trip. We literally open our eyes in the next dimension, and it is a delightful place. We're experiencing great lessons. We're coming and going in this place, this hologram, this amazing gift from the creators. And we have free will. We do as we will, as long as we will. And eventually we start to remember, and our spirituality creeps back in, and we look to religion. And all religions are good at their base. Do unto others as they do unto you, kindness, caring for others. That's the base of all religions. And sometimes we get the dogma, ritual, doctrine, creed, creeps in, and we get mixed up. An amazing film, and it speaks directly to us. And I didn't realize it when I first saw it back in the 90s. But it is brilliant. And some people did some calculations that he goes through 7,000 lives through that movie. That's every day is a new life. And and they contacted the producers of the show, and they said they were going for 15,000 lives. So he wakes up, the end is good because he wakes up and he starts living a life of kindness and humility and gentleness and patience. He starts taking care of others, and so compassionate heart awakens. And this is everything. This is a turning point. Because we are here to learn to get over ourselves, that our self, our physical self, is an illusion. You hear this with Zen and Buddhism, and it works. And this is why IANDS is so important to humanity, I believe, is that and all the top researchers, they say, if you want to know what's going on in the universe, you talk to the near-death experiencers first, and the shamanic thing and the deep meditators. But the near-death experiencer, they experience themselves free of the physical mind, of the physical personality. And that's the whole point of being here. Okay, my near-death experience, yes, I was a fireman. I loved that job. It was dangerous and it was grueling, and you didn't have to grow up. You run around with a bunch of goofballs. But the downside was every 3 or 4 years, you had a close call. You get burned over or run down or something. And in '94, I had mine, one of mine got exposed to a really strong virus. And I got sick really quickly, ended up in the hospital. Some things went wrong, and I ended up in intensive care. And at one night, they couldn't get a blood pressure. And at some point during that night, I left my body. And I found myself in a realm of beautiful stars. And they were all around me. And I was this big, expanded cloud of something. And I felt amazing. It felt like somebody was pouring honey all over my brain, and it was running through all my nerves. And it was like some sort of cosmic orgasm experience. And I kept thinking, how in the world did I forget who I really was? It was such a trick that was played on me. I came back and nobody believed me, and I was pretty not happy for a couple of days. And after a couple of weeks, you stop talking about it because you sound like a kook. And so for 15 years, I just zipped it and went on with my life. And these books helped. I would find books that would help a lot. So Robert Schwartz, you're not your body, your personality, your thoughts or emotions. You're a courageous soul who planned this life. Grand finale is, if we use our brain and tune into that higher vibrational mind of where we come from, and we live our lives through the intelligence of the heart, through caring and kindness to others, the universe will invite you. It will wake up. It will invite you in. And my recommendation is dive in without fear. And I think at that point, we break our cycle of rebirth here, and we rejoin the flow. And that's my presentation.